Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Sailor Solitaire at your spiritual service, and I want to welcome you personally to your July 2018 tarot reading. Before you forget, go ahead and click that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated. I do post monthly tarot readings for each of the 12 signs. Please remember that these are general readings. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website, www.sailorsolitaire.com, or you can visit my Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/sailortarot. And you may want to check out your other signs as well, not just your sun sign, but your rising sign and your moon sign to get a more complete picture of what is going on for you in July. Alright Scorpios, let's get to it. I hope they're all doing fabulously. I do invite your spirit team as well as mine to enter the space, fill this reading, this deck, and this video with love, insight, truth, wisdom, guidance, harmony, and healing. This is for the Scorpio sun, moon, and rising folks out there. Okay, so to start things off, our first card is going to represent the overall energies at play for you in this month of July. We've got the sun in reverse. Okay, very interesting here. So this is a major arcana card. This is to do with something that is somewhat out of your control. Okay, so a lot of you Scorpios are going to be feeling out of your element. I feel like for some of you, you know, there's just this kind of mysterious darkness, you know, that kind of rain cloud that tends to peek its head or tends to like come back every once in a while. And there's nothing really wrong going on in your life per se, but you're just feeling gloomy, feeling a bit down. I'm not sure what those are. I feel like those are unresolved demons, unresolved problems and issues that you have from your past, kind of, you know, surfacing in some way, and it is hard to pinpoint because they're like way in the back of your mind. All right, but this card does remind us that there are some, like, life isn't perfect, life isn't all rainbows. I feel like as Scorpios, you guys already know that, but this is sort of kind of like, you know, giving you guys a bit of perspective. Maybe things have been going pretty well for you, or things haven't really been as eventful, and things have been just kind of, you know, whatevs. And this card is kind of here to make you be grateful for your life, make you be grateful for the people in your life and the things that are going on around you. Basically saying, you know, it could be worse, or, you know, just introducing this level. It's not a threat, but it's like introducing not so nice emotions, not so nice feelings, so that you like try to run to the goodness, try to run to positive things, right? So it's sort of like, it's almost like reverse psychology, I want to say, but I feel like life is just kind of wanting you to be more aware of all the blessings that you have in your life. So, I mean, that's not a typical interpretation that I usually have for this card, but this is what I strongly feel for you guys for this month of July. You know, it's sort of like life calling you to maybe write down your blessings, write down what you're thankful for, and to just, you know, bask in the glory of all things good in your life. Find whatever those things are. All right, if you don't, then I feel like you guys can spiral into a funk, into a sort of depressive state. And if you're rational, if you're a normal human being, you want to avoid that. All right, so just go where the good vibes are. Okay, Scorpios, maybe we can dive into this a little bit more because the next card is going to represent the past, recent or distant, something from your past that is relevant today, especially in regards to the Sun card in reverse. Six of Cups. Okay, so this is going deep, deep, deep. The Six of Cups represents childhood memories, even into infancy, like when you were a baby, when you were a baby, all right? If you are, this is interesting, but if you are, if you have your own family and if you are like over 40 or around that age or older, I feel like this doesn't have to be when you were a baby, but something that was when you were in your youth, in your younger days, when you didn't have children, when you didn't have all these responsibilities and all these experiences that have led you to who you are and in your situation now. All right, so depending on your age, this is going to be a childhood thing or an infancy thing, a baby thing, or just in your youthful younger days. All right, so there's something that maybe was still, there's some sort of like what if or hypothetical, there's some sort of longing, pining for answers. All right, I feel that very strongly with these Scorpios, where you are just racking your head, racking your brain about, you know, what if this was different, or, you know, my life could have been so much better, or whatever. And I honestly feel like you Scorpios need to just think, honestly, like if you could change one thing, if you could change something, would you? Because your life would be so different. The people in your life would be maybe non-existent. Maybe you would have never met these people, you know? So there's a lot of valuable experiences that have happened along the way. And I feel like it's just a waste of emotion for you guys to dwell on that and to, you know, wish for an alternate reality. All right, don't waste your time fantasizing. Don't waste your time going over all those details, because, I mean, if you really do break it down, I feel like a lot of you are just in your feelings, in your emotions, and when, you know, if the time or if the opportunity actually did present itself, like a genie came to you and said, you know, all right, let's do this, I feel like a lot of you wouldn't actually pull that trigger, because if you think about your life now, there has to be some positives, there has to be some good in it, and you don't want to mess it up. If you've heard of the butterfly effect, you know, it's not worth it. So again, life is calling you to just realize how far you've come and how good your life is, how fulfilling your life is now. Okay, I feel like these cards, when it come up, if, you know, this was supposed to be a different message, I feel like the message for you guys is to appreciate what you have and to just know that things happened for a reason. Things are happening for your greater good. So I see some of you Scorpios reminiscing, you know, reminiscing about the past. Guys, just let it go. There are better things to look forward to. Let's see what else you've got going on, Scorpios. The next card is going to represent something for you guys to think about, something that requires your attention, you know, maybe giving you a breath of fresh air, some new perspective. This is something for you guys to just ponder, something for you guys to take note of. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so I forgot to mention that Cups is water energy, and of course you Scorpios are of the water persuasion, the water elements, all about the emotions and going deep, deep, deep. But sometimes you get too deep, especially the Six of Cups. This is like going way back, and pulling things out from like way back then. Okay, you need to focus on the present, you need to focus on the now. Because it's not doing you any favors, it's not helping you in any way. It's only going to it's only going to pull you closer into that hole, that spiral that tends to cycle around you Scorpios. Not in a bad way, like don't be afraid, but I feel like more so than other signs, you know, this sort of temptation for being a bit more low in mood, a bit more depressed is very prominent for Scorpios, and you want to avoid that. You want to be moving to something better, brighter. You know, we don't want to get caught up. That's yesterday's news. That's not what we're here for today. And that's what this Knight of Cups is all about. Okay, so this Knight of Cups Again, water sign, just like you guys. So something for you guys to think about is to embody what this Knight of Cups is all about. Usually this is associated with with Pisces energy. Okay, so this is more mutable energy, so changing fast, not really permanent. This is just adaptable energy. All right, so you Scorpios are fixed signs, whereas Pisces, or the Knight of Cups, is mutable, adaptable, fast changing. So this is something for you guys to take in, something for you guys to emulate, adapt with the times, go with the flow. Even though Scorpios, you guys are water signs, you guys might think, oh, you know, water is very fluid and I like to just, you know, I'm not very like rigorous or strict, or I don't get caught up in certain things. You are fixed signs, you Scorpios, all right? So you tend to just hold on, and in terms of the context of the spread, you can hold on to negative emotions or feelings of being betrayed, feeling of hurt, and you can just hold on to that and slide all the way down. The water slide of emotion. So we're trying to avoid that here. And this Knight of Cups represents distraction, represents kind of, you know, an escape from the daily mundane things. Some negative aspects of this Knight of Cups can be like escapism to the extreme, where you are, you know, tuning out, fantasizing, and you are like gambling, or, you know, developing all sorts of drug or other habits, you know, alcoholism, stuff like that. I just had to mention that because this is about, you know, taking a break and getting away from all the stresses of life, but you don't want to obviously take it too far and push the limits too much. So a little bit of healthy play. All right, so if, you know, you've been kind of stuck in the same routine, or not really thankful, not really appreciating what you have, do something that kind of brings that back. You know, if you have to change the light bulb that has gone out, then make an effort to do so. It's not really okay for you guys to just be like waking up every day just to check things off your to-do list and then go to bed. Life is not about that, Scorpios, and I feel like that's why you guys are tempted in July to get into a rut. I'm not saying it's like a conscious decision for you guys. Obviously, it's kind of slick how the way temptations works and depression works, or sadness, or, you know, just negative emotions. So you want to be really careful and make sure that this escape, this sort of distraction from the real life, isn't adding fuel to the fire, but it's actually just kind of taming that fire down, and you're doing this in a healthy way. So, I mean, as simple as going out for a walk, going on a date, or picking up a new hobby, or watching a TV show that you really like honestly enjoy. I feel like some of you Scorpios are just going through the motions of things, and I want you guys to be more active in your life. Like, make more conscious decisions and think about what you're doing, instead of just, you know, saying like, that'll do, this is good enough. You know, what do you actually feel motivated, feel inspired? What do you actually get joy from doing? Doesn't have to make you money, doesn't have to, you know, make you elevate your status in any way. Just honestly do something to feed and nourish your soul. And from there, side effect from that byproduct will be you more successful in other aspects of your life, I promise you. All right, Scorpio, so the last card is going to represent the near future, probably the end of July or into August of 2018. What have we got? The Hanged Man, another major arcana card. Got the Sun in reverse and the Hanged Man, okay? Right away, this is new perspective. The Hanged Man can seem like a persecutory card, okay? It feels like I'm being tortured, but that's not what this card is all about. You can 100%, of course, interpret it that way, but that's a trap. All right, the Hanged Man is not for you to look at and feel sorry for yourself and be like, well, I'm going through this because I am being tortured, and, you know, I am look at me, like all these bad things are happening in my life and nothing's going my way, or, I have it worse than everybody else. Don't think about the negatives, okay? Yes, you've had some messed up stuff happen in your life, or, there's some things where you were the bigger person and you still got screwed over or whatever. That's not the point, okay? Leave it to the world, the universe, leave it to karma. Right now, we're focusing on yourself. This Hanged Man is all about taking a break. So again, we have that sort of escapism in a healthy way where you are not attached to the daily dramas of life. You're not taking it so seriously. You're not obsessing over things so that you can avoid this downfall, a feeling of being stuck in a loop of negative emotions. This Hanged Man is about stepping back and having a new perspective. The Hanged Man is a very spiritual card. I know you Scorpios are very capable of such spiritual depth and knowing yourself and introspecting and learning a lot about yourself so that you can improve the quality of your life and the lives of people around you. And it's amazing stuff. But remember that this Hanged Man is all about perspective. All right? You do not know all the answers to all the questions out there. Nobody does. So you have to be open to accept, willing to accept new information, new perspectives, new opinions. Don't shut them out, especially when all you want to focus on is your experience and you want to get your sob story out there. All right, don't do that. Focus on the positive. Get new perspective on your situation. Think about, instead of thinking about, well, this made me this angry person, or this made me, unable to make friends or meaningful connections, or unable for me to find love. Spin the story, because it is your story. You are the creator of your life, of your universe, of your world. And think about how that has actually made you stronger, has actually made you more resilient, made you more of a fighter, more unique, and more valuable. Your life is so much more meaningful because of all these experiences. You see things in a way that not a lot of people do, and that is your greatest strength. So don't think of that as a weakness, because once you kind of pigeonhole yourself into this weak person and, life never gave you a chance, then you're going nowhere fast. All right, we want to live bigger, brighter, better lives so that you can just honestly experience happiness for just happiness' sake, right? Like, what's the point of being happy? It feels good, and that's all the motivation that you'll need, I hope. All right, so be open, and I guarantee you, you will find more happiness in your life in July. Do not fall into the trap of going back in time and reliving your worst memories. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope that reading was valuable and that you gained some insight, some clarity, some peace of mind. Any questions or comments, don't be shy. I love hearing from you guys. If you liked the video, give this video a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, give this video a thumbs down. But do me a favor and tell me why you disliked this video. So again, don't forget to subscribe. I do post monthly readings for each of the 12 signs. And if you would like, you can follow me on social media on my Instagram account or Twitter. I want to wish you all an amazing, fabulous, gorgeous July. Take care.